Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be going through my plans for Project Pan for 2026. So as you'll see in an upcoming video, I have a lot of makeup to get through, and a lot of makeup I like but don't love. I just kind of want to get it out of my collection ready to use, and then there's some other products that I've had for a while that definitely are either near expiry or are expired and they just need to go. Now I was gonna do 26 for 2026, but realistically I have so much makeup in my collection that to focus on 26 products to clear for 2026 really for me isn't realistic. I love makeup, I collect makeup, I have a shit ton of it that I do not need, but it's my passion. Some people collect shoes, some people collect clothes, some people collect stamps. I collect makeup. So we're gonna go through the 26, no we're not, we're gonna go through the 10 products that I am going to be trying to use up in 2026 and that I'm gonna be ready to get rid of. Now none of these products are bad. If they were bad they would not be in my collection, but they're products that I probably won't repurchase after this because I'm just not getting the use out of them now, or they're not my right shade or anything like that, but they're products that I'm happy to use in my everyday life. So if you want to see what I am using for my Project Pan for 2026, then please keep watching. Sorry guys, I'm gonna be fidgeting with my hair a lot. You know when you're wearing a hoodie and you have hair, it just gets in the way. Okay, let's start off with a primer. Sorry, I forgot to mention all of this is makeup because I get through skincare so easily that there was no point in me putting it in. That would just basically be me using my normal skincare because I stick to the same skincare too, so it's all makeup. So the first one that I'm popping in is the NYX Plump Right Back primer and serum. The reason I have this in my Project Pan, not because it's a bad primer, but because it is a primer that I just don't reach for. I like sticky, grippy primers that also have hydration, where to me this is just a hydrating one, and after I've already put on my, you know, my milky toner, my serum and my moisturizer, I just don't feel like I need this, and I feel like it kind of just sits on top of my skin. However, this is great if you have dry skin, because on the days where even my normal base routine before I put on any makeup isn't working, this will always add hydration, so I am going to get the use out of it. We're about here on it, so I feel like she will be used by the end of the year. It is a really good primer though, so I am excited to keep her ready and near me so I can use her probably most of the time when I'm in work, because that's when, you know, I'm not going to be using my best stuff. So she will definitely get used up. The next two products are underglows. So the first one I'm going to show you is the iconic London Radiance Booster. I raved about this for a couple of months last year, and then I just stopped reaching for it, and I went back to my Charlotte Tilbury, and she genuinely hasn't been used, and she really needs to, because I don't want her to go off, and there's a good bit of product left. Like if I squeeze all this down, we're still about here, so we still have a lot of product to get through. This is great if you like a really nice underglow with a bit more coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury, or if you're looking for something in the summer that you don't want to be, you know, wearing heavy foundation. This also works as well, a little bit better than the Charlotte Tilbury one because it does have that little bit more coverage. So yeah, I'm going to try to use this up this year because I just don't get the use out of her. I'm sticking to my Charlotte Tilbury, and I really don't need multiple of them if I'm only using the one. So we're going to pop this in. The next one is the Saie Super Glowy Gel in the shade Star Glow. Again, a product that I don't use that often. Now, I didn't realise this is a bag inside this. It's not actually a the product's not actually just loose. I don't know if you can see, it's in a bag in this, so I really don't think I have that much, if I'm being completely honest, left in this. But again, I just don't use it that much. I don't have any other underglow kind of like base for when I am pale, and this is the only one, but I also find that I always gravitate towards a more dewy, glowy foundation for when I'm pale anyway, so I don't see the point in doing this. So we're going to use her up. We're going to get rid of her because she is very well loved. She is a beautiful product, just she's not needed in my pale skin routine anymore. Okay, then we've got two foundations on the list. Now you may be shocked by one of them. Actually, you may be shocked by two of them, to be honest, but I have my reasons. The first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. You guys know I absolutely love this. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation, and I just adore this foundation. And you're probably thinking, why are you getting rid of it then? The reason I'm getting rid of it or trying to use it up is because, again, she's nearly expired and I have other foundations to get through, and there's other foundations I want to try, and I refuse to buy a new foundation unless I finish one. So she is the pick out of the bunch that I want to use up before I try any new foundations. I do love her. If there's ever a time where I'm like, I don't know what foundation to purchase next, I will probably repurchase. This is a great everyday foundation, especially if you're someone that works, or if you're looking for just like a natural looking foundation that still has coverage but isn't full coverage, isn't thick, isn't heavy, doesn't settle really weird in your skin. I love this so much, and I genuinely think if you're looking for a good foundation to use this. I have quite a bit left in it, and I don't really know how we're gonna kind of judge this, but well, we'll know when the pump stops working. So yeah, I am very excited to use her continuously because she is a beautiful foundation. And then the other foundation that I am ready to get rid of from my collection is the Sculpted by Aimee's Second Skin Dewy Finish Foundation. You can't see it, but there is like pretty much, like, I would say maybe this much left in it. I do really like this. Sorry, this is my pale shade foundation. It's the only foundation that I have for when I'm really pale, but the reason I'm getting rid of it or trying to use it up is because I want to try something a little bit different. She's no longer working for my skin 100%, and I have raved on about this foundation for so long. If you are a pale girly, especially our Irish girls, the skin that we have is so pale, and there's certain undertones that a lot of pale skin people have that a lot of brands don't get right, where it's still too pink or too yellow. And Sculpted by Aimee is the first brand ever that I have found that has a pale enough foundation with the correct undertone for me, and the fact she was an Irish brand also made it a lot more better. This is in the shade Blanc, if anyone's wondering, 0.5, and it's one of the ones that didn't make me look ghosty, still gave me life to my skin. But I'm ready to try a new one, and I'm ready to try a new Irish brand as well. I really want to try the Cash Beauty one, but again, I will refuse to buy it until I get rid of this. So I'm hoping to use her up. I'd say in that like for 6 months she should be gone, and then we can try another one. So this is next in my project pan. A cream bronzer that is in my project pan is the Sous Cosmetics Contour Warm Contour Stick. I have a lot of this to get through. I just do not reach for this anymore. As you can see, it's kind of got an olivey base to it, which I don't mind whatsoever. I just don't reach for it. I really don't. And I want makeup in my collection that I reach for, that I'm constantly swapping between, because I love all the products. It's just kind of like, which pick do I want to pick today? And this just isn't her. So I want to get her used and out of my collection, especially before she goes and gets bad. And yeah, I don't really reach for Sous products quite a bit. Nicole actually influenced me to get this because I tried it when we were in Dublin one time and I absolutely loved it and I bought it, but I just don't reach for it. And if I don't reach for it, then it's not worth keeping. But I do want to keep, you know, using up my products and actually giving them the time of day. So this is next on my project pan. A blush that's on my project pan again is one of those products where I'm like, I actually really enjoy this product and I'm not trying to rush it to get out of my collection, but she's nearly used. She's already nearly used. She's well loved. This is the Refy cream blush in the shade Malaya. I can never know which one is correct. I really love this blush. It's a very versatile blush. I use this when I'm tanned and I use it when I'm pale, and both ways it equally is beautiful. I never find it to be too pink when I'm tan or too pink when I'm pale and then too light when I'm tanned. I find that I get away with it both ways, which I absolutely love. But it is starting to just get little bumps and stuff, obviously from my brushes, from lint, just from everything. But I do want to use her up because I have so many blushes to get through and I've already made a start on her, so we might as well finish her up for the year. So I am hoping to get through her pretty, like, there's just like, ew, there's grossness in this, like this needs to go. But I do want to use her up and I do really love the formula of these blushes. 3 more products. The next one that is on my hit list is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder in the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. You guys know that pound cake is my absolute favorite shade of this powder. I was going to say blush, but the reason I want to get rid of it is because I just don't use it. I'm not a big fan of this container. It's really hard with the powder. Yes, I did cut the puff off because puff was annoying me. It's just a really awkward container, and also the shade when I'm pale is a little bit on the pinker side, and then when I'm tanned is just a bit too on the pinkier side for me. It's probably one of the best formulas of powder I've ever tried in my entire life, but I'm just ready to have her leave my collection, and I don't have that much left in it as well, so I'm just going to try use her up, get all the use that I can out of it, because it's a very good powder. I have no issues with the formula, just the pink, it's just not for me. Another product that you'll be shocked that I want to be using up is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. The only reason I want to finish this up is because I'm like, how have I not gone through this any quicker? Like, I really don't understand. I literally have it on today and it just never ends. Like, the dome has finally gone, but I feel like it just never ends. And I have another bronzer that I want to start using more, but my obsession with this bronzer is actually a bit unhinged. I am attached to this bronzer. If I pack a bronzer, it's this one. I do not pack another one. It's my go-to. I love it. It's literally like, I have attachment issues to this bronzer, and she needs to leave my collection so I can start giving my other bronzers a chance. So for that, she's in my project pan. Okay, and then finally we have a setting spray. Now this is only travel size, so we should be able to get it quite quickly, but it is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray in the Extra Glow. I've had this for quite a while now, and the reason I want to get through this is because the glow is actually a bit too glowy for me. It's not a glow that I kind of really want on my face. It's a bit too glowy, and I find that when it comes to work, the glow, how do I explain this? When I'm in work and when I'm sweaty, it already looks like I'm sweating before I've started sweating. So when the sweat does start to break through, I just look an even oilier mess. So I can really only use it when I'm filming, or if I'm not going to be wearing makeup for a long period of time. I'm including it in this because, again, I don't want to waste any product. I do just want to use it up, and I have loads more setting sprays that I will be getting through in the next little while that just are more better suit. So when I get through it, I would say I have about that much left of it. Also, the smell of the Urban Decay setting sprays literally bring me back so many years. I know they changed the formula of it, but they really are just the OG, or they were before they changed the formula. But yeah, that's on my list. So guys, that is everything that is included in my project pan for 2026. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you kind of enjoy this new series that I'm going to be starting. I'm going to do a quarterly update. I was going to do a, or maybe even a thirdly update, because not to be bad, monthly, if I don't wear a lot of makeup in a month, there is no point in me doing a update because you're barely going to see any progress. So I'll either do quarterly or thirdly. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to update you guys, and I'm going to show you guys obviously how much we've gotten through as best as I can. I've seen a lot of people weighing products to see how much they've gone through. To be honest, that's a bit excessive for me, if I'm being completely honest. I will give you a judgment on that, and I will let you know how I'm getting on, and if my opinions have changed on these products. The more I've used them, the more they've kind of been like integrated into my routine. But yeah, let me know if you're doing Project Pan this year. I think Project Pan is definitely a great way to go through your collection, whether it's skincare, makeup, or anything like that, even clothes, and just have stuff on rotation till they run out, or until you realize whether they work in your routine or not. And it reduces waste, and we always want to reduce waste, and we always want to make sure that, you know, we are using things before they are expired and before they cause any issues. So yeah, that is it guys. I just thought this would be a fun thing to do in the new year. As I said in my last video, if you saw it, I really slacked in 2025 when it came to uploads. I had a lot of things going on that had come from 2024 into 2025, and I just wasn't in the mindset. And now I feel like I have a much better mindset, and I've made time to film and to edit and to still get all the hobbies and family time and, you know, work time in. This fills my cup very much so. Makeup fills my cup so much, and I want to make sure that your cup is also filled, and that this is a safe space for everyone, and that this is a happy space for everyone. And I know that everyone loves a good, you know, makeup video. I know that I brought a lot of book content into last year's videos, and while that still will be in this year's videos, you will be getting a heavy amount of makeup, probably a heavier amount of makeup than book content. So if you're here for the makeup, do not worry, book content is not being taken over. I know my channel has gone through ups and downs the past little while, but it's because I'm also growing. And now she's 25 and the frontal lobe has developed. God knows where this will bring me this year, but I'm just peace and happiness for this year is what I'm striving for. But guys, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in my next video, which I don't know what's going to be yet, so keep an eye out. Bye guys.